And with that, welcome to Arcc or Arc or Arc of Reveries Crystalline Cradle, however you want to call it. Anyways, that is a Hack Jam 6 hack that I have actually worked on, and well, I guess we're just going to get right into it, and I will explain a few things along the way about this game and how it works and stuff like that. Anyways, underground, everything stays the same. Things move, of course, but the change is so gradual you'll never notice it. The only things that can change this world are me and the mystery dungeons. Unlike those dungeons, though, I can pierce the earth with purpose. Looks like I won't have to worry about rain today. I'd best get to work before the miners get a cracking. My name's Krill, and my job is to dig out new tunnels in this little mine. It used to be my simple abode and I can't read, but ever since someone found gemstones among the dull rock, I've been asked to expand. I'm fine with that as long as it's my mine and my mine alone. They can take all the treasure they want. Alright, it's drill run time. Also, yes, this is a visual novel. Anyways, that's my life. Dig, eat, sleep, repeat. I can't ask for anything more. I could accept help, but why bother? I'm the one who knows this earth best. I can feel every bit of ore graze my claws as I burrow. It's just me and the rumbling earth. None of that needs to change. Wait, rumbling? There it is again, a tremor imperceptible to the common Pokemon. That can only mean one thing. What the heck is digging in my tunnels? My voice echoes throughout the tunnel. I put my claws together and start drilling downwards towards the tremor source. I can feel the bashing and scraping from far below. Have I gone that far down? It doesn't matter, I need to put a stop to them before they collapse this place or worse. The thought puts an extra spin on my drill. Even solid rocks gives way to steel. And beyond that rock is not dirt, but emptiness. What happened? Who are... Hey, where are you going? Ah, right, that fall. I'm surprised I'm still in one piece. I unsteadily get to my feet. That takes an send out. Anyway, what is this place? The cavern I'm in is alight with the glow of large, glittering crystals. Their shine shifts through all colors of the rainbow, but blue is the most dominant. How far down am I? How was this cavern formed? A former mystery dungeon, maybe? Whatever it is, I should investigate. Those intruders must still be down here. Time to get exploring, and with that, welcome to the gimmick of this game. Touchscreen exploration and stuff. Also good time to mention that overall this crystal is 10 times bigger than any other I've seen. It feels, its light feels weird. It makes my fur tingle. Alright, look at the chasm. I can't even see the bottom. I should watch my step. Alright, yeah, what I was about to say is that I have worked for this game on everything touchscreen related. And on RNG generator and some, like, all of the, like, mini-game and stuff, related stuff, and not only the story in general. That was done by Kaiten Deshura. Anyways, as I crossed the bridge, I met with the sound of running water. A shallow stream runs through a long tunnel. The rippling water sparkles from the crystal's shine. I feel like I'm being watched, despite the crystals lighting the way. The nooks and crannies are swallowed in dark shadow. I look around, I don't see anyone, just some crystals in the darkness, crystals that aren't glowing. Wait a minute. If that crystal isn't glowing, then it might actually be... Show yourself! It's a Lumiose. A little Pokemon flies into view. You spotted me! That ruins the ambush plan, but it's too late. You're surrounded. Surrounded? Another Pokemon pops up, and then another. Suddenly I'm surrounded by these crystalline creatures. Damn it, they look like they'd fall to my moves, but I don't know what they're capable of. Charge! I've got to make a choice, and fast. I need to... Try to talk? Wait a minute, Ow. Keep at it, protect the cavern. Stop it, you. Listen to me. Backslash end moment. The Pokemon bash against me a few more times, and then they stop. Why isn't he attacking? Isn't he an intruder? Intruder! I fell down here from my home up above. You call that intruding? So you came here by accident? You're not with the intruders causing trouble then? No, I was hunting for some intruders myself. I thought they were messing with my mind, but it seems they're messing with your home instead. Really? If you're not here to cause trouble, then... Sorry for attacking you. You were just scared and had no idea what to do. No worries, glad we got it sorted out. If I may ask, did you get a look at those intruders? We saw them from afar. They were two of them with feathers. One was small, round and brown, and the other tall and purple. There was also a third Pokemon with them, skinny with purplish fur. I'm not sure what Pokemon those are, but at least I know them when I see them. Also, good time to mention that this game is related to the first ARC or Arc, which was released in Item 5 or 4, I think? I don't quite remember. At least it was also a Romhack by Kate. Anyways, I see. If I cross paths with them, I'll teach them a lesson for you. Really? Thank you, stranger. My name is Excadrill, and you are? We're all Glimmet. Alright, they're called Glimmet in English, not Lumios. Anyways, nice to meet you, Excadrill. You as well. By the way, could you tell me what this place is? We don't know. It's our home. We haven't been outside of these crystal caverns. I see. Well, if you ever want to explore the outside world, the hole I fell through should still be there. In the meantime, I'd best get going. Oh wait, before you go, it's dangerous to go alone, so take this. Glimmer knocked something down from a crack in the ceiling. It's a silver spike. You can throw it to do damage to enemies. Take it as an apology for us attacking you. Really? Thank you, Glimmer. No problem, take care. I wave goodbye to the Glimmer and march onwards. Right, no idea why the thing fades out. Anyway, I emerge from the tunnel into an area with strange furniture. There seems to be some kind of chair and desk, but my eyes are drawn towards a few objects. A strange black box and a pair of metal pillars, the latter of which emit a gentle glow. Before I can get a closer look, a voice calls from above. Oh. Hello there, you don't seem to be a resident. Are you perhaps lost? This guy. He mentions Glimmet's description and... Not to worry, I, Arcc, am willing to lend some of my valuable time to help you. He really rubs me the wrong way. Okay, where am I? And what are you doing here? You, my friend, are in a place my colleagues and I have dubbed Area Zero. Naturally, we're here to investigate. Ordinary Pokemon such as yourself should focus on going home rather than journeying further. I'm not leaving yet. You must be the Pokemon that messed with my mine, right? Did I? I had no idea a mine was being built above this place. If I cause any structural damage, when forcing my way past these security measures, I will provide sufficient compensation. Bill all damages to the Aether Laboratory. I don't care about that. I care that you caused trouble in the first place. Ah, I see. You're one of those Pokemon. I've work to attend to, but should you truly wish to know our intentions, venture into the building down the path. Of course, you need a keycard to enter, but acquiring one will mean you're worthy of a fraction of my knowledge. Let's stop talking in circles and get to the point. Very well, so even you may understand. Find a keycard and enter the building. Then I'll tell you why I'm here. I shall await you with great interest. In a flash of brilliant light, he vanishes. That little. Close my eyes and take a deep breath. I can't let myself get distracted. I just need to do what he says, as much as I hate to play along with these games. If I want proper hunters, I will need to do proper work. Now to find whatever a keycard is. Yes, more roaming. We first check the dark machine. There's something written on this thing's glowing square. 4 comes before 5, 5 comes after 3, 6 comes after 5, 3 comes before 6, and but after 4. Whoever wrote this was bad at math, and I seriously can't read today. I'm really sorry. Anyway, crystal-covered device. This glass and metal slate is overgrown by crystals. I kind of feel sorry for it. Well, let's see. We have a lab entrance we can move to. We can check symbols. Well, that's one impressive design. Is that a Survivor or a Superior? Looks like an S either way. The lab door, this looks too sturdy to bust down, even for me. There's no way past without a keycard. Right, we can move into the main room, which needs a keycard. It looks like I need a keycard to get through here. And we can go back to the computer outlook and check the crystal bound machine that we still have left. And we can examine the cave. I hear something snorting, like an earthquake in there. Not sure I want to risk a fight. Anyway, large machine. Enter correct order, that's what this glowing part says. Below there are some shapes. A triangle, a square, a pentagon, and a hexagon. Maybe I should give it a shot. What comes first? It's square, triangle, pentagon, or hexagon. I've done this a lot of times during testing. Anyway, yes, that worked. A card fell out of the machine. This must be the keycard. Well, obtain keycard. What was that? It came from the cave. This thing. What is that? Some weird Volcarona? Whatever it is, it's roaring for a fight. I just have to roll the punches like I always do, matching them for blow, direction for direction is key. Here I go. Anyway, that is the thing I worked on for this hack, mainly, which is the fighting system, and I just fucked up because I can't press buttons correctly. Yeah, there were quite some things I have read in feedback that I want to get into during these fights. And, well, the first one's almost over, so I'm going to take this to a different one. Just wanted to mention it. The beast hisses at me, then trudges back into its cave. Whatever that thing was, it won't be bothering me anymore, hopefully. Now to take this keycard and skedaddle. Alright, now we can move back to the computer outlook. And, yeah, press the wrong button. Anyway, one thing that a lot of people mentioned is that the touchscreen kind of has a delay during that minigame, which is mainly due to the problem that the game is really struggling to run. Stuff like no GBA shows it a bit better with its CPU meter. I could probably put in a picture right here. So it's just a lot of lag during that. Well, anyways, we're just causing like the delay. Anyways, beyond the door is a room with walls that are way too straight in the floor that glows with a lifeless light. More of those strange machines sit around, covered in dust and worn by time. Footsteps and wing beats echo from a room to my left. Ah, Excruder, glad to see you made it. Articuno arrives with an infuriating flourish. Two other Pokemon follow close behind. One is a Hoot-Hoot, bouncing and fluttering frantically to keep up with Articuno. The other is Emi and Zhao with red earrings. Though at a glance, her expression is stoic, I can't help but notice her eyes widen at the sight of me. So this is the Pokemon you were talking about, Articuno. Indeed, Eve. I believe he will be of use. It's Dr. Eve. I've earned those degrees, so respect them. Oh, please don't argue, you two. Excadrill, is it? I assume you got roped into Articuno's antics. I'm Hoot-Hoot, an archaeologist in front of Dr. Eve here. Pleased to meet you. As Hoot-Hoot said, I am Eve. I organized this expedition and I'm thus its leader. And as for me, he already knows who you are. Does that mean that I am the... English. Does he know that I'm the genius who ascertained the location of Area Zero? Either way, I do not care. Why are you here? You better have a good reason for making a ruckus near my mine. Well, if Articuno let you on like this, then I suppose it's only fair to tell you. Have you ever noticed the odd properties of the crystals in this place? Yeah, they glow. Well, yes, that is due to the terrestrial energy they possess. They are charged with pure type energy, which can be harnessed to terrestrialize Pokemon. What? Well, they can change a Pokemon's type. Those crystals, known as Terra crystals, are usually few and far in between. That is why a whole cavern of them is so special. Legends speak of Area Zero, a hidden land lit with these crystals, and with a treasure said to dwell within a cradle of such in its deepest depths. Naturally, I was able to deduce the location of this treasure by finding where the terrestrial energy is most concentrated. Well, that's why we're here, to find the treasure of Area Zero. A treasure with power to change the world. Fantastical, isn't it? Well, it's a hard story to believe, but these so-called experts are as wide-eyed as a drill burr digging through soft soil for the first time. Even my heart's racing at the thought. I'm curious, what do you mean by power to change the world? Well, legend has it that the treasure was used to change the course of history. Nobody knows what the treasure is, but it's part of the reason our world is the way it is today. That is what has captured our curiosity. However, there is one problem. The elevator to the lower part of Area Zero is locked. Even Porygon Z can't unlock it without the proper authorization. Porygon Z? A Pokemon appears behind the glass of one of these machines. 2 keycards required, 1 for identification and 1 to disable security. The current encryption strength estimated hacking time is 1 million years. Apologies. Well, that's fine, Polygon Z. We'll just have to look for the necessary items. So, you can see our predicament. I cannot force you to help us, but we would be more than grateful were you to lend us your aid. True, I have no reason to actually help them, but my curiosity is keeping me from trashing them like I would any other troublemakers. A treasure to change the world. What is that like? I shrug. I might as well see this through. If these Pokemon end up having sinister intentions, I'll just crush them in the end regardless. Sure, I'll help out. I'm in this deep already. Great, thank you. I suggest we split up and search. Be cautious, those Paradox Pokemon may roam here. Paradox Pokemon? Ah yes, them. They're Pokemon from distant eras brought here through the power of Area Zero's treasure. Distant eras? You're telling me we're dealing with time travel on top of all this terror, what's it? Are you sure you aren't over your head, Excavator? No way. I've beaten plenty of strong Pokemon before. Let's quit wasting time and get searching. Well, as expected, the stranger I singled out. Now let us begin. The 3 of them split up, entering separate doorways. Polygon Z remained where it is, probably to search the machine more. Only one thing is to do now. Now to hunt down keycards. Begin. Alright. Let's see, wall screen. This glowing device is much smaller than the others. This is a monitor. It shows security footage from various areas outside. Wookie computer. Hey there, Polygon Z. Find anything interesting? Many of the files on this device are heavily encrypted, but I have decrypted a few. They are puffinrecipe.txt, monsterhouse.wave, and lost.png. Well, nothing helpful then. Glowing floor. This floor glows like the crystals outside, but it's a cheap imitation of that brilliant light. Oh, there's something lying on the floor. Another silver spike. Right, let's go to room B first. I think it was room B. Yeah, it was room B. Anyway, damaged bars. Whatever broke these bars is something I don't want to deal with. Humid. Inside the shell thing is a small machine and a set of fluid-filled containers. Well, actually, this is not a shell thing, this is a humid used to prevent inhalation of hazardous substances. The device inside is a keycard stuck within, and we cannot retrieve it unless we insert a specific test tube. Why not? There are several layers of security in a facility such as this, so I wouldn't expect you to understand. So we just insert any of these test tubes to get the keycard? No, it needs to be a specific compound. Some test records I uncovered state the following. E, F, G, and H react, C, D, G, H don't react, and B, D, F, and H react. The tubes are labeled A through H. The correct compound produces a reaction. Each list is lettered to represent test applied to all test tubes. The correct choice is obvious. I mean, I've heard people have problems with that. It's kind of weirdly worded, so yeah, I guess. The correct answer would be F, but I'm not going to take it because I want to go into the fight. Wrong. Ow, my E is too loud. Now, how can my calculations be wrong? Loud smash noise. Something's coming out from that broken cage. What back, you fiend? Thank you very much. I still don't know what this is a reference to. Anyways, as I mentioned before, the game has some considerable lag during these phases, which is why the touchscreen is a bit lagging. And I've also heard a lot of complaints about that the items aren't really that useful, because the game doesn't get more difficult. Like these fights get more difficult. The thing is, originally they were meant to have different times. Like the further you get, the lower the amount of time you have per sequence. And that is actually the case in the code, but the game lags so much during these fights that that it just doesn't make a difference really, because it takes like 2 or 3 times the amount to actually count down a number than like the timer number than it actually should, because the game is in general really close to just dying in this, because if we look at the bottom left, you see this counter. Originally, it was meant to start at 10 and count down to like 1, and then after 1 hits, like if 1's over, it should damage you. But adding the numbers, adding the 2 numbers for 1 and for 10, like the 1 and the 0, just straight up crashed the game, or like soft locked it, I guess ran out of VRAM or something. So yeah, that's the thing with lag. And which is also the thing why this thing doesn't really get that more difficult, unfortunately. I should probably just use an item because I'm slow as fuck. Also, you may notice that the less objects there are on screen, the faster the timer gets. So if I just click most of these off... Wait. Okay, I accidentally clicked all of them off, but just take my word for it. The less objects in there are on screen, the faster the timer then actually gets. So, yeah, anyways. I somehow beat that thing back into hiding. It shouldn't be bothering us anymore. These fights are exhausting, but I can still keep going. With this victory, we're able to brute force this cube puzzle in peace and get the keycard. Alright. So we move back to the main room. Get to room C. Examine the cracked glass. This thing is broken beyond repair. Ooh, don't touch that, I'm trying to study it. Ancient human relics are so hard to come by. You believe in humans? Most certainly. The descriptions that some Yamask gave of their past human lives match archaeological findings. In addition, the competing alien theory has seen widespread refutation from Eligem and Minior. I should leave before he talks my ears off. Anyway, glowing monitor. There's 6 letters flashing on screen, which are actually letters that I have to write down. Which is I, H, okay, B, A, B, H, and that should be it. Okay. I, H, D, A, C, H. Okay, that should be good. So you move back to the main room. This is stuff for another puzzle that we're going to come up right now, basically. At least almost. First I'm gonna check the drawers. A drawer full of papers. They're worn by time to the point they're unreadable. Well, those poor papers. Perhaps years of research gone to waste. Are you some fancy scholar, Eve? Dr. Eve. But yes, technically I'm a scientist. Really? What do you study? I have talents in a wide variety of areas, but I specialize in Pokemon biology and genetic engineering. Well, we know that from Arcc. Genetic. Don't strain yourself. Oh, there's something else in here. I'm gonna stun seed. The stun seed, what this thing does is just, it, in theory, doubles your timer. Like, doubles the time you have before before the number ticks down in the fight minigames. Anyway, orange slices, of course, healing yourself. Alright, we get to the computer. This device has buttons with numbers written on them. There's also, what is this grid, Eve? Dr. Eve. Yeah, let me take a look. Oh, I see. This is a Sudoku puzzle. Seppuku puzzle? Sudoku puzzle. It's a puzzle where you have a set of numbers, in this case 1 through 9, and try to fill the blank spots. The only rules are that you cannot have 2 of the same number in a given row, column, or designated section. This puzzle uses differently colored 9x9 squares to differentiate each section. Well, what's with the letters though? I don't know, but I suspect there's a reason for them. This device only accepts a 6-digit code, so the Sudoku may be a hint for this device's passcode. Well, I'll give it a shot. Well, also a good time to mention that the code itself, which we wrote down earlier, is completely randomly generated. Every time you play or like start the game, it's generated as soon as you start the game. Like after pressing play before the first scene plays, it's generating its RNG code. Anyways, we got 8, 1, 4. What is D? D is 8. We got a 5. HDA. Yeah, it's 5. C is 3, and H is 4. Also, I'm gonna save state here, because that, in one case, is a success, but there's also, in case you do not know, how, like, not me, in case you get stuck on this, there's also a thing if you press a certain button combination, which is listed in the readme of this hack, you can just, in theory, completely skip the game puzzle. If the game would allow me that. Oh, right, it's because it's not cleared. You have to have nothing on screen. Then it does it. Alright, yeah, I completely forgot. It only checks if there's no number entered. Anyways, that's also a way to do it. If you get stuck on there. Great, it worked. Oh, a keycard fell out of the machine. Obtain keycard A. Basically, the only reason why this option to skip that is even there is because I personally really suck at Sudoku puzzles. And I thought there are probably gonna be quite a few other people that get stuck on there, so I wanted to prevent it from getting too frustrating. Anyways, elevator door. This door's interlocking pieces remind me of my claws, and they're as sturdy as them too. Oh, steel walls. I'm not sure if these are meant to keep us in or to keep whatever's beyond out. Well, let's move into the time change room. I could call everyone here, so we can go on together, but should I really trust these strangers if the treasure is as powerful as they say? I could go ahead and find the treasure first. Working alone is my specialty. Or can I trust them? I should. Safe state, and first off, we're gonna abandon the researchers. I shouldn't have been entranced by that story of their treasure. If it exists, I don't trust it with their paws or wings. I nod. Resolve hardens in my chest. I've always worked alone, and this is no different. The only Pokemon I can trust here is myself. Why should I trust them to know how to change the world? The world is fine as is. The topple of mountain is, the topple a mountain is to topple the soul of stone and soil. I swipe the keycard and pass through the gate into the final stretch. A simple cavern greets me. Each breath of air is thick with moisture. Bits of mist swirl around the crystal. At the center is a single dull crystal pedestal. Standing tall like a signpost, I rest a claw on it. The scenery changes to a primitive wasteland. Pokemon cry in rough, garbled speech in the distance. The gems have changed from their usual bluish color to a sunset-like red. What happened? I need to make sense of this. I need to get out of this ancient scenery. My claws tap the crystal again as I turn around. Now, everything is purple. I'm in the midst of some towering spires that remind me of the lab's machines. Artificial lights shine as brightly as the moon. Maybe if I think about returning everything to normal as I tap the crystal once more. The scene around me returns to what it was when I first entered. Well, this crystal must be able to change the surroundings based on what I want it to. Maybe this is a fraction of the treasure's power. I suspect this will be key to finding the way to the treasure. It's only a matter of time before the others brute force their way to me, so time to hurry and find the treasure at last. Alright. Thunder crystals. This thing lets me change the surroundings and whatever I please. Using it feels like stepping into a lucid dream. I can see some faint images in these crystals. Sunset, skies, high peaks, and hollowed apricots. Right crystals? I can also see some faint images here. Artificial lights, stone birds, and a high dragon upon a throne of cards. Alright, we're gonna first move to the prehistoric dream. Gonna look around. I have a bad feeling about that cave. That and Excadrill aren't meant to be off the ground. Well, hollow apricots. These apricots are hollowed out. Something must have eaten the insides. Hey, there's a seed in there. Get another stun seed. Alright, that's all we can do in this path, in this room. Then we change it to the futuristic dream. Examine a bit. Look in the dark alley. Going into a dark alley alone is a horrible idea. If this were a tunnel, it'd be a different story, but I'm playing it safe. Casino. Hello? Another Paradox Pokemon. Are you here to play? Huh? Sorry, let me try that again. Are you here to play? It depends on what's at stake. I'm trying to find a way to this place's treasure. I may have something of use. Codename Iron Jugulus. Beat in game and gain free prize. Lose and fight or perish. Yeah, the thing is, sword cards in order. 7 cards, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. 1 card is between Ace and 9. 8 is between 10 and king. 3 cards are between king and ace. Jack is adjacent and to the right of ace. Queen is in middle. Jack is somewhere to the right of 10. Repeat. Select correct order. The thing is, as I want to show off the fight and talk about something more in there, I'm actually just going to pick a completely wrong order. Wrong. Prepare for... I forgot. I forgot what it said. Alright, the last thing I wanted to talk about regarding these minigames is that there were also some... Well, it's that. There were also some comments about how this does get repetitive, and I can see that. The problem is, this is still a jam hack, like a hack jam hack, and it... Oh god. It took over, like, Hello? Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna do that. Anyways, it took over a week to get the math for this done, the patches for this written, the, you know, testing all this thing out, testing it and doing it in a way that it doesn't crash the game, and making the graphics. It just took a long time, like almost half of the jam, so there wasn't really time to make a completely different system to that. For these fights, besides the existing one, because I also had to do, you know, some other stuff, like the movement patches and stuff, all that stuff. Like, it was just not going to happen the 3 weeks we had for this jam to make a second fight system. Anyways, you win. Iron Jugular stops glowing and collapses, dropping a strange capsule labeled Booster Energy. Well, we obtained it. This feels just like those crystals. It should be useful. Thanks, Jugulus. You put up a good fight. Alright. Now we should be all set to actually move to the Source Gateway, which we can examine a bit. Entrance. The entrance has an alien aura. Stepping towards it makes me feel like a drop of oil in an ever-repelling water. Crystal structure. This mass of crystals looks like a mountain. No, a castle. The treasure must be here. I can see some unknown-like shapes in shifting colors. Oh, Terrapagos. Anyway, we can now actually move into Terrapagos' room. Before that, we of course would have been stopped, and that is S&D stream glitching because of saving. The tunnel stretches on and on. The moisture in the air becomes thicker. It's like I'm plunging into a mere magical spring, diving deeper and deeper into oblivion. The dull surroundings suddenly expand into a brilliant array of crystals. At the center, there's a flat, blue Pokemon with a shell forged from brilliant crystals. Mist swirls around its body. It stares at me expectantly. I can sense an eerie power coming from its small form. So, the treasure of Area Zero was you all along. A treasure? Very flattering. I don't get many visitors. Where are you? I'm Terrapagos. Do you need anything from me? I'm not a precious gem, but I can help you if you need anything. Well, the Pokemon stares at me with wide-eyed innocence. Its barrage of questions makes my resolve waver. I came here expecting an inanimate object, not some little creature. I had an idea of what I wanted to do with the treasure when I came here, but it being like this makes it complicated. I have to do something. Terrapagos will be taken by those Pokemon otherwise. I should! Save state again! Because, all in all, there are 4 endings in this game. So yeah, anyways, we start with the first one, which is take Terrapagos. Terrapagos, you need to come with me. Huh? There's a Pokemon who want to use your power. I don't trust them, so you need to leave. Maybe. Maybe? I don't know if you're a bad Pokemon either. Then what can I do to make you trust me? They say that battle reveals a Pokemon's true nature. How about this? Fight a Pokemon I summon and you win. I'll come with you. I've been doing that all the way here, so fine by me. Bring it. Alright, this will be exciting. From the distant past. Come, Apex Predator. It is your turn. Argias. Still don't know what Argias even means. I just know they make this sound. This Pokemon is on an entirely different level than the others. It has a kingly majesty, and its head has a magnificent wing-like crown. If I had to give it a name, it would be Winged King. You may be powerful, but that just means I can go all out. Let the Westmon win. Okay, now that I can concentrate a bit more on actually doing the puzzle I should, getting through here much easier. But also I could show off what I mean with the thing speeding up. It's now going way faster than, for example, now. Like this is, like the speed it has when there's like only one object on screen is the speed it should have. But it's just so much lag, unfortunately, that there isn't really anything I can do. The Winged King backs away and disappears into the mist. Terrapagos floats up to me. Well, that was fun. Can we do that again? Maybe after we leave? Alright, nearly forgot. Lead the way, Mr. Just call me Excadrill. Excadrill. I can tell we're going to be good friends. Let's go, go, go! This'll be more powerful. It was easy to leave. All I had to do was drill my way out at once. Terrapagos summoned a Pokemon to fly us to the upper layers of Area 0. I thought we would part ways after that, but Terrapagos stayed. I've come to appreciate the little Pokemon's presence. We've developed a routine of hanging out, going to work in the mines and exploring the nearby forest. The world seems so much brighter with Terrapagos by my side. Maybe Terrapagos, not its power, is the real treasure. I still don't know the whole story of Area 0, but I don't care. I've gained something much more important. I may have not changed the world's future, but I've certainly made my own future better. Ending one true treasure. Which is, by the way, my favorite ending. Anyway, time to reload. And, well, look at ending 2, defend Terrapagos. Terrapagos, a dangerous Pokemon come to take you. I'll protect you, so stay out of the battlefield. Really? Really, don't worry, I'll make sure they don't lay a claw on you. Alright, but be careful, Mr. Excadrill. Excadrill, good luck, I'll be cheering for you. Terrapagos retreats into the mist. I tap my claws on the crystal platform as I wait. Eventually they come into view. Excadrill, what are you doing here? Did you find the treasure? Hoot hoot, stay back. Huh? I see what's going on. Our little burrowing acquaintance wants the treasure all for himself. No, I don't. All I want you is to protect Terrapagos from you. Excuse me? Thinking you can change the future on a whim, choosing what you think is an ideal world, make me sick. How dare you? You will pay for your insolence. I'll bargain no bite, I'll take you down. And yet you are outnumbered. Porygon Z is resting, but our odds are still very much outweighing yours. Well, she's right. 3-1. The only thing keeping it from being a 4-on-1 fight is Porygon Z's absence. Well, no shit. I need a plan. That sound. Is that Paradox Pokemon I thought before? My heart sings, but it doesn't even spare a glance in my direction. Its glare burns into the trio of explorers. Of course, Terrapagos! This must be its power. Well, thanks for the assistance, Terrapagos. We've got this from you. Buddy, I'll call you Slitherwing. Ready to take them on? Of course, it all comes down to this. Let's do the Slitherwing. Scary. But we have no choice. We shall not fall. On guard. Anyways. Just gonna quickly get through here. If you concentrate yourself a bit on it, it shouldn't actually be too difficult, I think. Well, it does, of course, sometimes has some problems with registering, but I really can't help it. It sucks, unfortunately, because yeah, it does suck, but I can't do anything against it. Well, we were so close. How could I, of all Pokemon, lose to that simpleton? Well, that's what you get for messing with me. Slitherwing walks away into the mist. Terrapagos floats up to my side. Is it over? Yes, let's leave, Terrapagos. Excadrill. I'm not changing my mind, Dr. Eve. You're as stubborn as you're determined. We shall take our leave. All I ask is that you make sure Terrapagos lives happily here. Really? Even after I kept you from getting your treasure? Yes, I may be bitter about losing, but perhaps this was meant to be. I made the mistake of seeing some Pokemon as nothing but machines. I won't ever do that again. You saw its true worth. Please, take care of it. Take care of this treasure. With a smile, Eve limps away, followed by her avian companions. She wants me to take care of Terrapagos. That would mean abandoning my mine, and yet... You did it, Excadrill. Thank you so much. That Pokemon looked sad and happy at the same time. Do you think she's alright? Well, I think we helped her in a way. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to fulfill her wish. I never left Area Zero. I'll spend the rest of my days down here, learning about this wonderful subterranean world. It's not as bad as it sounds. I have Terrapagos, Glimmer, and countless other Pokemon down here for company. I didn't change the world above with Terrapagos, but that's alright. This secret little world is all I need. Adding 2, Keeper of Area Zero. Alright, and then we once again load a save state, but now the one that is further back, and we decide to bring everyone here. I've gathered everyone here. We stand in front of the gateway. Everyone ready? I am. Wait, no, not yet, but I really want to rush on. Breathe, Hoot Hoot. Asphyxiation is not beneficial for our mission. Let us commence before Hoot Hoot gives himself a heart attack from excitement. Right. I sigh and swipe the keycards. The gate opens and we all march inside. A simple cavern greets us. Each breath of air is thick with moisture. Bits of mist swirl around the crystals. A single light crystal, yeah, we already talked about that. Such a magnificent structure. Hoot Hoot flies up to it and touches the smooth surface with one of his stubby wings. The scenery changes to a primitive wasteland, Pokemon crying rough garbled speech in the distance. Yep, it's straight out of the distant past. Based on the geology and environment, this must be sometimes in the Cretaceous period? I guess? I don't know, we just call it Kleinzeit. In German. Let me try something. Articuno taps his wing on the crystal. Now everything is purple. Yeah. As I thought, this crystal is able to create environments based on different time periods depending on the user's desire. This must be a product of the treasure. I knew the treasure had relation to time, but it's amazing to see it in person. Imagine what the true power of the treasure could do. Alright, let's calm down and turn things back to normal. I tap the crystal with my claw. If this crystal is here, it may be an important asset for finding the treasure. Well, what are you all waiting for? Let's investigate further. And it is actually the case that there is a different way going about this now with this route. Like the casino here says now this, the lights of the city make my feathers shine, especially the lights on that casino sign. Have you ever heard of a casino, Expert? Well, it's a place where Pokemon can gamble poker, right? Indeed, although most end up losing their money and walking away in shame. Well, why does anyone come back then? Well, this is how life is. There's a risk as well as a reward. Progress seeks to gain, yet many ventures have been risky. Greed is the bane of a bright future. This is why this city is only lit by gaudy lights. Perhaps Area Zero's treasure can create a future where progress can be made without suffering. Selfless future, huh? Didn't think that arrogant guy would have wanted that. Q. Did someone just speak? The only thing here is the sad-looking shrine. There's a tiny egg under the roof. It's so cold, couldn't possibly hatch. And we should give it a heat source then. Well, too bad we don't have any moves that can warm it. That's actually going to be important. Because if we now move to the prehistoric dream, we can examine the ropes here. It's a bit awkward, but I can pull myself across the bridge on this boat. Let's see. Hey, there's a pile of firestones. I took one. Oh no. An enemy is here. Well, that's a roaring moon. That, also what you just saw with the counter being doubled, that just happens sometimes. I don't know why, it should not happen, according to my code, but it just does happen, for some reason, sometimes. This game is held together by a bunch of duct tape, to be honest. Anyway, the overgrown settlement stomps away from us. However, all of those firestones fell during the fight. Maybe this will be beneficial. How so? They say that a flap of Butterfree's wings can result in a hurricane in the future. Perhaps a similar effect will happen here. Well, only one way to find out. Okay, now that we actually have the Firestone, which is the heat source, we can go back to the futuristic dream and actually take a look at the temple. Q! Did the shrine just speak? The only thing here is an idol statue and those Firestones. Well, it seems it wants to come with us. It has the same aura as the time crystal, so it may be key to our progression. Alright, Ninetales, let's go find our treasure. We obtained Ninetales. Yeah, I don't know. Time change room. And we once again move to the source gateway. The inspects are mostly the same as in the other room, the other route. Like they only change for the future and prehistoric dream. And here we have a Zendistring glitch, and once again... Anyway, the tunnel switches on and on. The moisture in the air becomes thicker. We have already read that. The dull surroundings suddenly expand into a brilliant array of crystals. At the center... there's a flat blue Pokemon, the shell forged from brilliant crystal. Mist swirls around its body. It stares at us expectantly. I can sense an eerie power coming from its small form. So the treasure of Area Zero was a Pokemon all along. Treasure? Very flattering. I don't get many visitors. Who are you? I'm Terrapagos. Do you need anything from me? I'm not a precious gem, but I can help you if you need anything. The Pokemon stares at us with wide-eyed innocence. Articuno steps forward. Well, 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 this is a surprise. However, our journey has come to an end. I'll be taking this treasure. The aggro's cold. Before we can react, Articuno grabs Terrapagos and tucks it under its wing. Articuno, what are you doing? Getting what I need to make a perfect future, of course. Do you honestly think you would be worthy of changing the course of history? Query, what makes you worthy? My brilliance and courage, of course. I have the mind to see the perfect future and the strength to break the chains of ethics. A world of pure happiness where there's no conflict or strife. That is the future I seek. You want me to change the future? Of course. Help me, Terrapagos, and you will be a savior. History has shown time and time again that Pokemon like you are nothing more than brutish dictators. Sent down, Articuno. Well, I think not. Well, he wants to change the world on his own terms, huh? Articuno wants a world where everyone can be happy. Am I selfish to deny something like that? Well, can we trust him with Terrapagos? I should. Safe state. First up, we gotta actually join Articuno. I step forward and stand side by side with Articuno. Excadrill, why? Well, though he's annoying, Though he is annoying, Articuno has the most sense out of any of you. He wants the best for the world. You're morons if you can't see that. This is bad. We cannot fail. You're right, Porygon-Z. One more enemy is nothing to us. We'll stop you for the future. Well, I'd love to see you try. Alright, and we are back. At clicking buttons. Unfortunate. Didn't quite register the one. I see how that could get annoying. From time to time. No, we lost. Shutting down. Excadrill, Articuno. I'm sorry, everyone. Can't. One by one, they all collapse. Now nothing stands in our way. Come now, Excadrill, let us start crafting a wonderful future. Articuno's vision for the future is so brilliant, I can't wrap my head around it. All I can do is nod along as he explains his vision for the world to Terrapagos. A world without hunger, hatred, or tragedy will come into being. Was this the right choice? Perhaps, I will never know. Only the Pokemon of the future can judge that. Ending 3, Utopia's Cradle. Alright, we once again load a save state and now we fight Terrapagos, which is kind of true. It should say fight Articuno, I guess, but I mean we technically also fight part of Terrapagos. You'll see in a second. Anyway, Eve and the others are right. I can't let Articuno have his way. Whatever the future is, the world needs to decide it, not the one Pokemon. I take a deep breath. Anyway. There's no way we're entrusting our future to someone like you. Your future? You're just an armament with how things are now. Fools that cling to that bygone era, they will have no place in my brilliant future. Terrapagos, if you value your life, assist me. I'm sorry. Mist swirls around Terrapagos and a massive metal beast emerges. That is what I mean with we fight part of Terrapagos. Anyway, Electricity flows through its body like blood. Its sparks make my first stand on hand. If I had to give this machine-like creature a name, it would be Iron Serpent. Behold a fraction of the treasure's power. Go, my metal ally, strike them down. Well, I just straight up pressed the wrong button. I mean, when playing this yourself, it's probably best to actually wait for the click feedback before you press a different button. There should be, all in all, enough time that you can wait for this click feedback. Anyway, Arceus. The Iron Serpent vanishes into the mist. No, my future cannot be. Articuno collapses, finally releasing Terrapagos. The crystalline Pokemon jumps into Eve's arms. That was scary. There, you're safe now. Well, I didn't take you for the motherly type, Dr. Eve. Shut up. Weary, what to do with Terrapagos? Isn't it obvious? We let it live here in peace. It would be a waste not to use its power, but that's perhaps for the best. Maybe we can use its power, but in a different way. All of us are curious about the past, right? We may not be changing the future, but we can see in the other direction with Terrapagos assisting us. It can really do that? I can do lots of stuff. Well, that would be wonderful, Terrapagos. Okay, this will be a lot of fun. We walk out of the chamber, leaving Articuno behind. Then Terrapagos works its magic. Terrapagos brings back creatures from bygone eras. There's Paradox Pokemon, replicas of ancient legends, and even creatures known as humans. With each new visitor, I realize how little I truly know about the world. How many stories have been lost to time? How much of our present have we taken for granted? With Terrapagos by our side, we can finally see these realities masked by time. Ending 4, Bygone Eras. Alright, credits time! Well, and with that, we are at the name check thing, which I usually do at the end of my Hack Jam hacks, and, or at least the ones I work on. I will put in some random name because there are some preset things for quite a few people, including the whole team. So if you do want to know what it says, then feel free to check it out yourself. I'm just gonna go with CD, just something random. And you're gonna see me thanking me for the ending that I got. And thank you for playing. Because as we are 4 team members, we decided to split the thank you message out between us 4. So like my quote-unquote character is thanking for ending 4. However, doesn't matter really. With that, though, we do have reached the end of Reveries Crystalline Cradle. And I guess the rest of the team as well, do really hope that you enjoyed watching this game and maybe also enjoy playing this game. But yeah, with that said, we do have reached the end of the video, and well, until the next time, I do wish you all a great day, night, evening, whatever ends. Bye.